what a person wants to do is hodl or save as many Bitcoins as they can. You should not be using your Bitcoins. You should be borrowing fiat or dollars against your Bitcoin and spending those dollars. That's what the rich people do. They borrow against their real estate. They borrow against their stocks and bonds, and they allow them to continue to appreciate. And in turn, basically, they defer their taxes on all their capital gains. So you can do that even with $100, right? You can basically join the club of how the rich people make and save and store their value, but you should use digital assets instead of stocks or bonds because those are already trading at all-time highs, and you don't want to buy these things at their highs.
That is the worst financial advice you could give. You're telling people to take
financial advice. That's
you
what
just
I
gave
do.
it. You told people to borrow money against their Bitcoin. You told them to go on leverage and take out loans and borrow money. I mean, you know who's going to lose even more money though? The lenders. Anyone dumb enough to lend on Bitcoin, because once Bitcoin implodes, the lenders are going to take a huge hit. That's what happened in the mortgage market, with the subprime market. And I always said this when I was warning about it and encouraging people to short the subprime market. I knew that the lenders were going to be left holding the bag when the people who borrowed money to buy houses couldn't repay their loans. Well, the people who borrow money against their Bitcoin, ultimately, they're not going to have the money back because I think Bitcoin is going to collapse so fast that the lenders are not going to be able to liquidate the Bitcoin fast enough to recover the loans. And so there's going to be a huge loss among the lending communities because they loaned against a phony asset.
There was just an article in Forbes that listed the 10 richest people in the world and how none of them paid any taxes. And when they dug through their taxes, they realized all of them borrowed against their stock. All of them. Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett and Steve Jobs.
What's your point? But at least look, at least stocks are real assets. Many of them pay dividends that you can use to make your margin payment.
Bitcoin pays dividends, Peter. Bitcoin pays dividends. Price Celsius.
How does Bitcoin pay a dividend? How does Bitcoin pay a dividend?
Because we earn yield.
How do you earn yield on Bitcoin? What do you do to generate income on that Bitcoin?
I'm happy to spend an hour with you.
Yeah, you're trading it. You've got to be taking a tremendous amount of risk. The Bitcoin itself doesn't generate any yield.
It does, just like any other asset can generate yield. Gold.
No, but what earnings does the Bitcoin generate?
Gold generates 5.5% at Celsius yield.
No,
tokenized
what
gold
are you doing to generate that? You must be taking tremendous risk to generate those returns. Of course you are.
Okay.
You're not. Of course you must be.
Look,
but I recognize that gold is real money, and that gold is the answer to the fiat currency problem. And I believe the world will return to a gold standard. I mean, the norm throughout history is that we're going to be on a gold standard. We will never be on a Bitcoin standard.
It's a new gold standard called Bitcoin.
No, it's not. It's a fool's gold.
Let's do this again in a year and take a look and see what happened.
Kevin O'Leary came around because he got bought off. He got involved in a crypto-related company. That's how everybody converts. Once they have a vested interest in making money off the insanity, they join the crowd. That's what's happened. But
is there any point in time, Peter, that you could change your mind?
What I've told other people is, look, if Bitcoin can actually succeed on a large scale as being money, and what that would mean is if Bitcoin is circulating in an economy, let's even see if it can happen in El Salvador. But if Bitcoin is circulating so that the only medium of exchange is Bitcoin, you get paid your salary, it's denominated in Bitcoin. You work for Bitcoin. Your salary is fixed in a quantity of Bitcoin. Your rent is fixed in a quantity of Bitcoin. You go out and buy an insurance policy. Your premiums are in Bitcoin, denominated in Bitcoin. The benefits are paid in Bitcoin. If your house burns down, you get a certain amount of Bitcoin, right? You get the car. It's all in Bitcoin. We have a Bitcoin world. When you go to a store and you see the prices, the only prices you see are Satoshis. You don't see dollar signs. You don't see euros.
You don't need
Everything is in
other.
Bitcoin.
Peter, it's not a world where only 100% Bitcoin or zero Bitcoin. Okay?
I want to see Bitcoin function as money. Gold used to be money. Gold functions as money.
We live in a world in which we have the dollar as the form of payment, and we have Bitcoin as the store of value.
If you are new to the channel or not subscribed, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos.